What's cracking? What's up with it? Another late night with J Militant. What's going on with my peoples out there? Hope everybody doing good. Hope everybody doing good out there. You know, want to come up on here. Do a little something. Not too long, but do a little something. Something. You know, if you checked out my video last night, me and Elias, alias, me and him, we were talking about a lot of different things. We were talking about this music, talking about these streets, you know, um, and we touched on football a little bit too. Speaking of that, that was some crazy ass shit today. Tyreek Hill getting traded from KC to the Dolphins. That was wild. I thought he was going to be there, you know, for the rest of his career. But it's crazy how a lot of these number one receivers and just all pro top ranked guys getting traded from one team to another. There's a lot of good players out there still. And now I was reading earlier, Bobby Wagner and the Rams. That's a possibility. You know, not like the Rams need anything else, but there's still a lot of good players out there. I just wish my Niners, you know, would do a little bit more, but Jimmy G got all that. And Debo's about to break the record. Debo about to break that record. He about to get so paid. It's ridiculous. You know, because they were already talking about before the season was over how he was probably going to be like the richest receiver in the league. Oh, yep. Yeah, for real. Pay that man. Because he's just not a receiver. The man's a running back. He's a blocker. Sure. He'll throw you a pass too. But these cats out here getting paid this off season. Big contracts. But the thing that hurt me yesterday, when I found out that Denver signed K1 Williams, I said, damn, that AFC West division is going to be super dope. Facts. But that shit, like the AFC West, I'm just looking at all them teams. And then I'm looking at what KC's been doing. KC might fuck around and end up in last place in that division. It sounds weird, but they done lost some key pieces. Yeah. Well, shoot. Hopefully, with us signing Ward, it helps that out. Because we we definitely need to get that secondary tightened up. Because the D line is gonna give them many opportunities to make a play. All they got to do is just do their job. But this whole Jimmy G thing has been going crazy. First it was he was going. This is his last year. Now they're talking about this fool's going to end up staying. I had said a little while ago how no, as a matter of fact, I had just made this actual statement like last week. I said that we're going to end up keeping Jimmy G by default. Because for one, he got that shoulder surgery. And a lot of teams look at that and, there ain't no telling how that shoulder is going to act or react after having surgery. And Jimmy G isn't exactly the most, he's a tough guy, but he's fragile at the same time. And the one thing you can't do is be fragile playing football. But we're gonna see what happens. But to be honest with you, unless we do something, because really at the end of the day, it's just the quarterback. Hey, God MC, you hit the nail on the head. I was telling my homeboy yesterday, I think the 49ers overplayed their hand. Because now look, our defense was top ranked. We had a top ranked running game. So, all the pieces were clicking when they needed to click. I would have traded Jimmy last season, and worst case scenario, because if Trey is the future, worst case scenario, we missed the playoffs. All right. But the best thing about that is you get Trey playing time. You get him his reps to be able to go out there and start to look at different defenses. Then now you have the whole off season to kind of tie all that together. And then you come back that next season, and now you don't have to go through the, trying to figure everything out because they got it figured out already. Now we can start getting to those big explosive plays that we've been missing. Who we got up in here? Oh, my boy. Come on in here. What's good?
Hey, what up, man? Can you hear me good?
Man. Oh, yeah, I can hear you good.
Good, good, good. All right. Yeah, you never know with this. I don't know. Why can't they be my connection. I don't know, man. You know,
Oh yeah, nah, I
like
know
to
exactly
cut
what you're
out
talking
on
about.
me.
Yeah, man, I don't know what man. You
Right when we
YouTube
started
just
talking
don't
about
like
Bob
you.
Saget,
Yeah. I don't know why they be targeting you so much.
I'm telling you, it's crazy, bro. I mean, so like going live this way with the StreamYard is better to do because it's like it can't it can't cut out like that, like StreamYard. Even if you could totally go under a bridge or something like that, or in the subway, and it'll glitch out, but like
Mhm.
this will stay. You know what I'm saying? When you get back,
Oh yeah.
everything will come back together. But when you do it via the YouTube app, it'll cut out like that. It I mean, it used to be you could just restart it and it might glitch out or whatever. But then I don't know, bro. Like 6 months ago, it started doing that to me, and I don't know. I couldn't restart it. Then recently, it let me restart it a couple times. I don't know, but this is the better way to do it. But a lot of times, man, when I'm real busy and shit like that, I'll just
Oh
click
yeah.
live the YouTube way, you know, just to save time to get on there and start talking. But I don't know. It's
Oh
like
yeah. I
every
feel
time,
that.
yeah, every time the convo heats up, though, we just, I don't know. You know what
Man.
I'm saying?
Every time. Hey, what's good, Lonnie?
I tell you though, that Bob Saget thing. Okay, cool. We got Lonnie, got MC. Yeah, I threw the link up there.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Sure.
yeah, shared it so we could try to get the people to come over here. But yeah, man, like, did you hear that shit? Someone was, and then I think it was God MC. So someone was commenting on my shit talking about his wife poisoned him. And then God MC was mentioning some guy that's been making videos about it. I forget the name. God MC, what was that name of that channel? I wasn't familiar with them, but I didn't know
Hmm.
if they were saying a similar thing. I hadn't heard much of an update on him though.
Yeah, well like I had seen some stuff like on what's that one show? Entertainment Tonight. They've been covering the whole Bob Saget thing from beginning to end. And they even went like the last thing I seen, they went into the hotel room where he was at and they was talking about where, because he had like a a fracture because his head had got smashed in. And they've been trying to figure all that out too. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff with that Bob Saget stuff that doesn't make any sense.
Wait, his someone like a broken busted his skull open or like a broken neck or
Yeah, it was almost like either he fell or somebody might have hit him with something. Nobody's not quite sure. But
crazy,
when they did
man.
the autopsy, they found that his head had been smashed in from something.
Damn,
And this was just
that's
right
crazy,
before
bro.
he died too. So, but everybody said that he was fine. But with head injuries, you could look fine and really be on your way out. Just don't know it.
It's crazy, man. I know I did see one thing where they talking about he had that thing. Of course, of course they say that
Oh yeah.
sickness.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm just. Whew. I'm kind of glad that this thing is finally winding down. But now, have you heard about that new variant out
Another one?
there in China? Yeah, they got China on lockdown right now.
That shit's crazy, man. I know Canada's still twisted too, man. Because I was supposed to get my girl's cousin on a live to talk about it, man. Because there was like a lot of shit he was saying. Like shit's twisted over there still. I think.
Yeah, yeah, because I thought they had opened up, but um, I was catching a Toronto Raptors game, and they didn't have no fans in the arena. I was like, wow.
Like say my cousin died from a car accident. He had a headache and didn't go to the hospital and died from a brain injury. Yo, I knew a dude like that one time, man. There was this dude in front of my friend's house, right? He had
Uh-huh.
in it like in a they he lived in an apartment building, right? And there was this one dude that was like a construction worker. He would drink all the time, you know what I mean? Heavy drinker. And he was fucking with my friend's dog, like it was on the chain or whatever. And when he was like
Oh
fucking
yeah.
with the dog, right, he had grabbed the collar, right? And
Oh
the
yeah.
dog took off and pulled him down the stairs and he like banged his head like on each step.
Whoa.
And then later he came back out and was like, "Man, I don't feel so good. I might need to go to the hospital." And later he didn't go to the hospital. He died in his sleep, bro.
That's wild. Dang.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
head
that,
trauma, bro.
yeah, it's like either you go crazy and cause harm to somebody else, or you just end up dying.
Shit's crazy, man. Oh shit, God MC just said something similar. I had a friend get head trauma. He was good, then he got drunk and high as fuck a week later, never woke up.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yo, Bob
that's
Bob Saget though, bro, like he didn't really ever get I gotta go watch those videos dude talking about the quartering. That's the channel he said. I never as far as like shit, he never really got like political or nothing like that, right?
not that I can remember.
Saget was kind of a trip, bro, because he could never really shake the which I don't know that he even wanted to, but like the image of like the Danny Tanner character mixed with the way he looked, just kind of I don't know, you know what I mean? Like when it come to the stand up game, it was kind of hard for him to shake that. But then at the same time, it kind of made him funnier in a sense, like in Half Baked. It seemed so
Yeah,
outrageous to see him saying some shit like that.
yeah, because I remember for the longest time, I just thought he was just a good clean cut type of comedian, and then I caught one of his stand ups. I was like, whoa, I didn't realize. I didn't realize this dude was saying this type of stuff. Like he's a funny dude.
Yo, it's a trip, man, when it comes to stand up. Like a lot of people in the game, you know what I mean? Because like there's a lot of people watch stand up and shit like that, but like there's a difference with people who are like straight up fans of stand up. Like that's the main ish they tap into. So like when you see a lot of people that you may know from like sitcoms or movies or whatever it may be, and then you see their stand up, like it's a trip a lot of the time seeing people, you know what I mean? Or like some people is really known for their movie roles, but not known at all for their
Mhm.
stand up, or like really known for their stand up, but not known, you know what I mean? Like it's
Oh
always kind
yeah,
of bugged out to see that, man.
yeah, because and it's kind of cool too. At the same time, like, dang, I didn't realize that this person could actually do this or be this funny or this good, at what they do. You know, because like certain people, if they've played a role for a certain amount of time, and then you end up seeing them doing something else, it's kind of almost hard to shake that image of who they is. It's kind of like Mr. Miyagi. You're so used to
Right,
seeing
right.
him in the Karate Kid movies that when you see him doing something else, it almost doesn't even seem right that he should be doing that.
Yeah, yeah. He was I remember him from Happy Days, bro. Remember Happy
Oh,
Days?
yeah, a lot of people don't remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
I forget what the place was called. I feel like it was Ales, and then it was like he was the original owner of the restaurant, and then he sold it to another guy, and I think his name was Ale too. I think it was Ales, whatever the name was, but it was like it went from like an Asian dude to like a fat white dude, like
Oh
fat
yeah,
Italian dude or something like that.
yeah, exactly. Like I say, y'all seen that tornado that ripped through New Orleans last night? That shit was close to me. I heard, you know what? I heard something about that. I,
Yo,
I heard
New
something about
Orleans
that. It's like
stays
this,
getting hit.
man. Every time, sure you are. Everybody good out there? You good, Lonnie?
When was that one hurricane? I feel like at the most that was a year ago when Lonnie was without power for like a month and a half. I feel like
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I forget what that one was called, man.
Oh, Godly
Yo, you,
MC says that they got a warning out there in Carolina. Jeez,
yeah, that shit wild, man. I
man.
remember,
As a
man, there
matter,
was a period of time that like Haiti and Puerto Rico got hit with like every
Woo.
storm that came through for like a 2, 3 year period. It felt like, man.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, because it was that one year where it was like back to back storms, and they just kept getting hit by each different storm. I think it was like 4 or 5 straight hurricanes that swept through.
You know what's wild to me though, bro? So like I always forget this, but like the DR in Haiti is the same island, I think. And I never heard nothing about Dominican Republic getting hit like that. But I believe they're the same island, I think.
Um,
I could be wrong, but I feel like
they're close together. They're close together. I want to say they were on the same island, but they're actually like in the same. It's almost like you got you got one island, and then you might be able to take like a road or somewhere to get to the other island, but you
right.
have all that space right there. You got all that water in between y'all.
Oh, got him. He said Jersey Shore got destroyed growing up. Yo, was that it all starts in the Caribbean, then it flows up north. Yo, was that the Superstorm Sandy one you were talking about, or are you talking about even before that with Jersey Shore? Yo, that Superstorm Sandy, I want to say that
Woo!
was like, bro, in Buffalo, which is far, like 8 hours, 6, 8 hours away from New York, man. We got we didn't have a hurricane, but it damn near felt like it, man. We had so much rain. Wind was knocking down power lines, uprooting trees. I'll never
Man,
forget, bro. Yeah, because my girl worked, she was a server at this like nice restaurant that was like a 25-minute ride out like in the suburbs from where we lived. And then the one day when that was all going on, I had, you know what I'm saying? I was like waiting to pick her up.
uh huh.
And, she ended up working for like another hour. And then she got out, and it was like, bro, right during that time, it was insane, bro. It went from like just a normal summer day, nice, sunny, and then all of a sudden that shit just came through, bro. It looked like doomsday. It was crazy, man. Like I was
Woo!
afraid, bro.
No, I feel you. Cause I mean, just from what I've seen on TV, I hope everybody get out safely. Or if not, strap down and try to make it through it. Because those hurricanes is nothing to be played with. When they
Man, I
come,
was
they come.
I was shook when I moved to Florida too. There was a couple that were coming, but like luckily we didn't really get hit like that. One, we didn't have power, but
Uh huh.
we didn't really get, you know what I'm saying? It didn't like destroy shit the way, I don't know, but I just remember being shook because they were like, "Yo, everyone evacuate this and that," and then like a lot of people I lived there at were like, "Oh man, they always say that, blah blah blah." But it was all good, man. It was like, I don't know, man. That's a whole nother way of life though. To like have that kind of like this dude that I work with, bro, from the Philippines. He was telling me how he
Okay.
like he's always talking about back home, just like how it's so nice and fishing and this and that. And I don't know, but he was telling me the storms come through the Philippines heavy too.
Oh yeah, they get it bad out there. They get it bad. You know, and you know, cause like people will say, well, shoot, I wish I was in California. You guys have nice weather. I'm like, don't don't let the sunshine fool you. The earth shakes out here.
Yo, what? So with earthquakes, bro, does it really like? Is there? I'll probably sound stupid saying this, but when that happens, there's not really a warning, right? And is it ever the kind of like deaths and stuff like that, or it's just like you never know?
Well, like they're still on the prediction. Like they might say something where, okay, well, we might have an earthquake, or the what's the thing, the scanner or whatever is projecting that we might have an earthquake coming here in the next day or so, or wherever the case may be. And then sometimes it happens, and then sometimes it doesn't happen. But for the most part, you can't really predict because they just kind of come out of nowhere.
Now,
So,
what's the most damage you've seen from one like in your lifetime that you remember? Like buildings knocked
oh,
down, people being crushed, or
1989,
that's when the
1989.
was that the Oakland A's?
Yeah, that was the A's Giants World Series.
That was 89.
Yep, that was the worst. That was the worst one I seen because it was buildings that crumbled. It was buildings that were on fire. There were highways that were crushed on top of each other where there was people inside there. Um, yeah, it was just bad. It was real bad. Now the one that they had in LA a few years later, that one was bad too.
What do they even tell you to do though? Like, a hurricane, they might say evacuate or, board up your house like this or that. But earthquake, there ain't really
Oh no,
shit you could
what
do,
what they
right?
do is like in school, because they teach us this in school out this way to get up under like a hard surface, like a desk or something you could protect your head with. If not, stand in the doorway. That way, when everything's coming down, it's just gonna come down on the side of you.
That shit's crazy, bro. I
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you, you want to know the scariest thing though, bro, that really freaked me out, man?
Oh, what's that?
Another Florida thing, sinkholes, bro.
Oh shit.
You ever heard like sinkholes, bro? Is just the ground. I mean, they can be anywhere from like typically historically, they haven't really killed a lot of people or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of the time it's like a gradual process where the ground kind of starts sinking in. But like, bro, they had
Right.
one in Florida right before I moved, swallowed up
Uh huh.
a dude. Like a dude was sleeping and his brother, like it sucked up like half of the house, but the other side was good. But like, dude just heard his brother screaming, just swallowed up by the earth, bro.
Whoa. I've
That freaked
seen
me
some
out.
stuff like that, but that's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that scared me, man. Cause I'm like, I know this is within a year of us moving to Florida. I heard that, and I was like, I remember I heard it on the news. I just got done
Uh
doing an
huh.
overnight shift. Was going to like chill with my father-in-law. He always has on like MSNBC or CNN or one of them channels, and it was just like sinkhole swallows man in Florida, and then they had like the brother talking, and I was like, what the fuck is the sinkhole? And then I started
All
looking
right.
into that, and it freaked me out because it's like Florida's a really common place because it's kind of almost land that, in a sense, wasn't really meant to be inhabited by man. Like it's swamp. You know what I mean? That's why there's no
Right.
basements. Well, I think part of California, you guys don't have basements neither, right?
Yeah, sir. Certain parts.
God MC. I was in New York at Buffalo for 9/11. Yeah. Um. See, if Florida. See, I don't know like the like in Cali, like why some parts don't or whatever. Like I don't know if it's just the way it is, but like Florida, it's because it won't hold up. Like it'll probably cave in because the ground is a lot of the ground is like is water. You know what I mean? Like if you dig,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna get water. New York, everyone like where I lived at least, every basements everywhere. You know what I mean? But that same one though, and then that area where that one happened swallowed that guy up. Like there was another one down the street in like the same week. I don't think no one died, and then there was like another one on a go. There was like three in this one area in like a week, and then that same house, like a couple of years later, like two more times it opened back up.
Wow.
And then I don't know if you ever seen me that one dude I talk about on my channel, Black Bigelow. If you've ever seen this shit,
Uh, oh
he
yeah.
went there. Like when he was out there in Florida, he went to like that house. I was shit. Like I don't know, bro. I just that whole shit just freaked me out because I never knew there was such a thing that like the ground can just
Yeah.
swallow you right up.
Yeah, because like I was watching this video, probably been maybe like a year or two ago, and they were I don't know if they was here in America, if they were I want to say they was in a different country just by the way the roads were. But it was just like a line of cars. You know how cars are parked on the side or whatever, and this is a line of cars parked. The whole road just sunk in, and the cars just slid all the way in. Nobody wasn't doing anything. It wasn't any type of construction work going on. The road just sunk in, and
Yeah,
all the
fuck
cars
that.
slid to the side. I said, "Oh yeah." It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's some crazy shit that be going on out here. I just like, wow.
Damn, Lonnie says there's a whole town down by him that's like uninhabitable because of a sinkhole. I don't know. That shit just freaked me out, man.
Yeah, because like you could literally just be just outside, just chilling, you know, and then next thing you know, the whole ground is just getting sunk in, and you just going like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like generally a lot of the time there is some kind of like warning signs, like it'll slow, but not always. You know what I mean? I don't know. I
Oh
just
yeah.
used to party in Binghamton, New York. Oh yeah, that's not far. That's like near Rochester, like a hour or two away from Buffalo. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. It's just crazy though when you think of life like though, like I was saying, like dude from the Philippines and shit, like some of those islands and different things like that. Like that's just a part of life
Mm-hmm.
that like storms is gonna come through.
Oh
Storm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We just have to like protect ourselves the best way we can when it do come. You know,
Fucking Haiti, man. I don't know if they ever really got it built back up.
the
Like I
United
remember,
States does not like Haiti.
I remember hearing Clinton embezzled a bunch of money or something. So Haitian relief budget or some shit like that. Yeah, what was y'all talking about NFL though? I seen something when I came in here, bro. I'm like behind a lot of the NFL signings.
Oh yeah, no, it's just been a lot of man like Tyreek Hill on his way to Miami.
That's crazy, bro. Miami always seems to snatch up, even when they're really bad, they seem to snatch up a free agent or two. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah,
really good free agent.
yeah. Because I was looking at something earlier and my phone just started going off, and I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, Tyreek Hill and all they gave up was like 5 draft picks, like 5, 6 draft picks. That was it. That's it. But it's just crazy how how these players are going from one team to another, and it's not like these guys are, at the end of their careers or anything. These guys are still in their prime, and I'm like, wow, this whole off season is crazy.
I wonder where Baker's gonna end up, man.
I don't
Like
know.
I think
That's a
it's
good
pretty much
question.
a wrap. I think it's pretty much a wrap from already. Like a lot of fans were getting mad at me last year on some of the videos I was making. Like I've always been pretty critical of him. I just don't think he's that good, man. I really don't.
No, he's not. He he's he's like barely above average at best. You know,
Where did college again? I forget.
Oklahoma.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but he just doesn't. His problem is he doesn't have no leadership, and he cries about everything. If things doesn't go his way, he just cries. You know.
Steve Smith said he said, "Yo, I'm an emotional player too. Just like I get it." Yo, he roasted the fuck out of him, bro. He said, yeah, everyone's going in on Baker. Like it sounded like he was gonna kind of like have his back. He was like, he wears
Right.
his heart in his sleeve. He's emotional. He was like, I was too, but he was like, but I had a triple crown. I led the league in this and that. And he was like, Baker only leads the league in crying. I said, damn, he blows the fuck out of this guy.
He does. That man. Oh, Galaxy said Matt Ryan coach Baker is fucked. Jimmy G is fucked. NFL might do more than sit down Watson, and who knows if Watson will get federal charges. He only beat state charges. See, Lion said, "Don't write Baker off just yet. The right situation could turn this around." Oh yeah, he got a point there. I mean, we've seen weird things happen.
I
You
seen a
know,
thing the other day. I think I posted it on the gram, bro. It said it was like it was going over that draft class, and it was like Josh Allen, top tier NFL talent, Lamar Johnson, great athlete, good QB, has had success. They were like Baker, bust. They were like Mason Rudolph, who? And then it was like, it said Rosen. It said
uh-huh.
Josh Rosen, CFL free agent. And I forget what it said about Darnold.
Wow.
We
That's
were on with
crazy.
that one, bro. We traded up and got Josh. And that was a big part of the Bills' problem in the past, ever since the drought was like we missed on draft so much, bro. We passed up on so many great uh, talents and QB. Like for instance, we traded up to get JP Lossman in the first round of 1 year. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
but we had it right this time, man. We traded up to get Josh. And listen, I'm keeping a buck, man. I've said this before, like just straight up honest. Um, I never thought like Josh Allen was bad. I wasn't critical of him the way a lot of people like. No one just wanted to believe he could hang in the NFL. But keeping it a buck, I actually wanted Lamar Jackson that year. That's who I
Oh
wanted.
yeah.
But we
Yeah,
got it right.
nah, yeah, I feel you because like to be honest, I didn't really. I knew more about Josh Rosen than I knew about Josh Allen. So I was kind of like, okay, now I wasn't the one that was, I wasn't pumping Rosen up to be this guy or whatever. But I'm like, okay, under the right circumstances, he could possibly be something. Ain't no telling because it's always a toss up whenever you're coming from college into the pros. So I was like, okay, he gets drafted to the Cardinals, young team, rebuilding, but then when he got basically fired after 1 year of playing for
Yeah,
Kyler Murray,
Rosen weird.
yeah, I was
There's
like, well, that's kind
about
of weird because I never knew a team to do that shit.
Bro, there's something about Rosen. So like Darnold, right? He just
Uh,
underperformed, right? Like
right.
Darnold just wasn't that good.
Rosen, I don't even know. I can't even remember. It was so quick. He didn't even start with them at all, right? And then they cut him. And then I remember, I feel like the Dolphins snatched him up and cut him. And maybe one. It was weird. It's like there's something about Rosen that teams were just seeing right away. Like, yeah, this guy, like you said, bro, Arizona take like a pretty high pick on him, and then just cut him. I don't know, man. There's something about him that.
And that's the thing. I don't think he started the first few games, but he started the majority of those games his rookie year. And the team sucked all the, you know what I'm saying? The team was garbage. It wasn't just him. The team was just garbage. But he was the scapegoat.
Right.
You know, and then as a matter of fact, because he was with us this past season, this past off season. And I got a chance to actually see him play during the preseason. Under the right coaching with the right team, he can actually be something because he has a strong arm. You know, he can read the defense pretty good. He got a little bit of mobility, not much, but you know, like I said, with the right team, with the right coach, he could be something. You know, I wouldn't expect anything spectacular. Like he's just gonna just awe everybody, but he would win you some games.
Yo, they took him in the first, or no?
Yep, first round.
That's what I mean. I don't know. It's just so crazy how wrong they were about him and Baker. I don't know. It's crazy in the draft, bro. But that's weird. Like you said, the way they cut him. I mean, totally way different. We're talking about different positions, but like remember Trent Richardson?
Mm-hmm. Very well.
Like traded him what mid-season of his first year with the
Yeah.
Browns. Did they trade him like week 8?
Yeah, something like that.
It was crazy.
Weird.
And then whatever happened with him, bro? He ain't even. Is he still?
Nah, I don't think he's in the league no more.
It's weird like that. And then the Bills. Listen to this. We had this one guy, man. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know if you remember this. This was Tyrod Taylor's first year as the Bills starter. So I want to say this was like 2015 season. He had just got J.D. McCoy. Rex Ryan was our coach. We had a backup running back. This guy Carlos. What was his last name? I can't remember his name. Carlos Williams, maybe. And he was a great. I forget where he went to college, but he was a great backup to Shady. Like he scored touchdowns, bro. And then in the off season we just like cut him. And then
that's weird.
Someone else later picked them up, cut them. It's like I don't know. There's shit with some of these players, man. It must be something as far as in the locker room or their attitude, or I don't know what it is. But they just say, you know what, this guy, we don't want this guy on our team. Block this guy.
Right. You know, as a matter of fact, speaking of quarterbacks, you see, Kaepernick is pushing to get a workout with Seattle.
Yeah, I think Lonnie was sending me something about that, where there was some footage of him warming up. That's what I mean, bro. I've been so off
Yeah.
man.
He was working out with Tyler Lockett and I think another Seattle receiver.
Shit, who's right now? Who do they got on the depth chart there with Russ?
Let's see. They got Lockett. They got what's that? I cannot think of his name all of a sudden. But he's the other receiver, the real big Metcalf. They got Metcalf.
No, I'm saying at QB with Russ.
Oh, at QB? Oh, yeah. Shoot. I have no idea. I have no idea.
And then, is there a lot of like, is the quarterback class? Is there?
This is not going to be a strong class.
It's crazy, bro.
You,
Like,
yeah, you'll find more receivers, running backs, and defensive players than you will quarterbacks in this draft.
I wonder who starts for Seattle this year, man. I really wonder.
Sure. I mean, at this point, I say give Kaepernick a shot. He's already been working out with a part of the team.
Yeah, yo, I'd like to see him back in the league. I know shit. A lot of people wouldn't, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, they would just have to get over it because I'm pretty sure they be cheering for players that have actually committed crimes.
Oh yeah, nah, bro. Shit, I ain't saying I agree with it, but you know how it is. There's so much controversy, but I'd like to
Oh,
see him back in the league, man.
yeah, you know,
I wonder
I
how.
like to see.
I wonder what his game's looking like though, being that he's been out of football so long. Like if he's been
Yeah.
working out, or he still got it.
Oh, Guy MC said it's a Gino. They got Gino over there.
Oh yeah, that's right, Gino, man. Shit. He's another one. That's another QB draft class. My Bills, we took
Woo.
Manuel. The Jets took Gino. I'm trying to think who else went in that quarterback draft class. Who else was
I had hopes for Manuel. I really did.
there? People tell me I'm crazy, but I tell you, I think Manuel really did have potential, but it went like this, right? It was like so originally they didn't even want to start Manuel. They wanted to start Fitz another year, but they
Right.
tried to my bad. They tried to restructure Fitz's deal. They wanted him to take a pay cut. Fitz said no. And then EJ EJ ended up EJ ended up starting, and
Right.
it was like he got hurt in preseason too. I remember the year. I think then we ended up signing Kevin Cobb. He got hurt. EJ got hurt. It was looking like we were going to start this guy Jeff Toole going into who was like an undrafted rookie free agent too. But
it's crazy. I remember him.
Yo, yeah, bro. I remember there was so much hype on it. They're like, yo, it'll be the first time that an undrafted rookie free agent QB started since blah blah. Like it only happened like one other time in NFL history or something. But then like
Right.
a few days before the opener, they're like, no, EJ's good to go. So he started. He looked pretty decent. We lost to the Patriots by like one score. We beat Carolina the next week. Like I want to say we were like 2-2 or something like that in like week 5. And every game that we had lost, it was like a one-score game. Like EJ was looking decent, and then it was a Thursday night game. He blew his knee out running.
Oh yeah.
Running to the sideline. He took a helmet to the knee. He was out like 8-9 weeks or whatever. We ended up having, I don't know if you remember the dude, what the hell was, Thad Lewis. He went to Duke.
I remember him.
Yeah, he started for us a few of those games or whatever. EJ came back late in the season, and it was just like, he was never the same, bro. He hesitated to run. He looked really good one game, then he looked like shit the next game. You know what I mean? And then the next season, right before week 1, it was Thad, EJ, and then Jeff Toole dude on the depth chart. Like 5 days before the opener, they cut Thad and Toole, and we signed Orton. And then EJ played like 2 or 3 games, and they benched him. And then Orton started for us. And then it was like that next year, Tyrod Taylor came in and won the job from him. And it was just like, I don't know. Next thing you know, he ends up with the Raiders. I think either we cut him or we didn't like exercise the option to extend the contract. And it was just like, he's never really got a shot again. I remember he did play like 1 or 2 other games. Tyrod got hurt or something. And he just looked really bad, man. And there was a lot of talk too that he bumped heads with the coaching real bad.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
it was just like, damn, man. Like I was like you, bro. I really thought EJ had some serious potential, man. He was good in Florida, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, he was. He was real good. Now he wasn't. I won't say he was like on the who could I say? He wasn't going to be the one that you would necessarily hear about by himself, like when Tim Tebow played. Yeah, you knew about Florida and you knew about the different players, but when you talked about Florida, you was talking about Tim Tebow.
Right.
You know, when you talked about Florida State, you would talk about everybody else, and then you would, you know, Emmanuel would be a part of that conversation. He was never like the guy that you would keep the conversation separate from the other team, like how you would do a Tebow or a Vince Young or whoever.
Yeah, I remember when we took him, because I feel like we took him at 16. I remember one of the dudes saying, like, I forget who the commentators were, but one of them was just like, Buffalo, this is a bad pick. Manuel is not first round talent. Like, they were bugging. I think we traded up to get that pick too. And they were just like, yeah, this is, they wasted this pick. And I was like, damn, man. But yeah, man, EJ. Yo, and I remember too, I was kind of hyped because his godfather is Bruce Smith. Because he went to Florida. I believe he went to Florida State too.
Yeah. I did not know that. That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was cool too. You know what I mean? And it was like, but you know what? I'll tell you something. His second season with us, week 2 or week 3, we played the Chargers, and I remember we lost. But I remember what's his name? Jim Kelly was like talking to the commentators during the game, like he was in the booth, and Kelly was like, EJ, like he wasn't trashing him. He was being positive, but he was just like, there's things I want to see him improve on this. And I remember thinking, man, Jim, you know what I mean? And
oh yeah.
But like with Josh Allen, he's like, yo, this is the guy. I remember Kelly liked Fitz too, man. Which did anyone sign him?
No, I think he's still out there.
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised to see him, because you know how it is with Fitz. He'll sign somewhere, and it might be up in the air who, like a place that's going to have open competition for the starter, or a place where like starter gets hurt or whatever. And like he always comes in and does enough to really get some controversy going, if not take the starting job. And last year I wanted to see what he would do at Washington, bro, but he got hurt week 1.
Man, yeah, he probably could have did something too, because Washington wasn't a bad team. They just didn't have a quarterback.
They had again. I forget what was his name that played. He had heart, but he just.
I couldn't even tell you. To be honest with you, I couldn't even tell you.
But he was a decent QB, but you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't that guy, but it was like he played with a lot of heart. But it was like, man, yeah, like you just said, bro. Washington had some. I was like, man, I wanted to see the legend of Fitz continue. You know what I'm saying? Like Bills fans, it's been crazy with Fitz, bro. Whenever I would make Fitz videos, I get a decent amount of comments and shit like that, and people DMing me. Like everywhere Fitz went, like a lot of the fans respected him. You know what I mean? Like he's had a pretty interesting journeyman career. Not to mention, bro, he went to Harvard. That's like D1 AA or D2 or some shit.
And turned that into a long career.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Because I don't know, it was always weird with him, because like he would get hot, and when he was on, He was the best quarterback in the league. But then it'd be that one game, and it's just like it all falls apart after that.
I call it bipolar football. Like, you don't know if he's going to go out there and look like Joe Montana, or he's going to go out there and throw like a pick at the worst possible moment. It's crazy with Fitz. I still say Miami fucked up though, benching him for Tua that year.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
another dude I don't think can really hang, man. I really don't. Like, I don't believe in Tua.
Well, you know what? Now that he has an offensive coordinator and he actually has a team around him, because Miami got a good team. They got a good team because they got, well, if those knees hold up, they got Mostert over there now. You know, plus he got Tyreek over there now, so he got a go-to weapon. Plus all the other players that they already had over there that were pretty good. Miami's gonna make some noise. Now I ain't gonna say that they're gonna beat y'all, because y'all just running the show right now. And not only that, but top to bottom, you guys are better. But they will be making some noise.
Yo, did anyone sign Mariota?
Yep, Atlanta did.
See, he's another guy, man, that I think, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, we might see him end up taking us, like, starting again at some point. Possibly. I don't know, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's what he's gonna be doing.
Oh, yeah, because Matty Ice is done, right?
Now they traded Matt Ryan to the Colts.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so, so Mariota.
Yeah, he's going to be the starter for the Falcons.
What's it? Oh, go ahead, my bad, bro.
Oh, and that's going to be crazy too. Just seeing Matt Ryan playing in a whole nother jersey.
Yeah, well, who did they? I remember they had Rivers for a year or two. Who did they have last year? I forget. Oh, what's his name? Fuck, why I'm drawing a blank. Who did they have last year again?
Who, the Colts?
Yeah.
They had Wentz.
Wentz, that's right.
Yeah. And they were doing good until he fucked it all up.
Yeah, they put it on us, man. What's his name? Thomas or Taylor? Jonathan Taylor, man. He was killing it.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah. That dude was like something else. I couldn't believe the Colts missed the playoffs. I forget who they lost like their last two games.
Oh no. They floated.
Yeah, week 18 now, my bad. Week 18, the last week. I forget who they lost to, but I remember online everyone was roasting McAfee.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I fuck with him, man. He's got good shit, man.
Oh yeah, McAfee hella funny.
And he gets the real dope interviews, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the players, you know what I'm saying, they mess with him because there's no conflict to it or anything like that.
Yeah, because you know I had thought he was still playing, and then I seen him pop up on something. And I was like, oh shit! I'm sitting here thinking he's still with the Colts, about to get ready for the season, and he's up here doing podcasts.
And I love that he messes with the WWE too, bro.
Oh yeah. He has that match coming up. That's next Saturday. Matter of fact.
WrestleMania?
Yep. Next Saturday.
Are we that close?
Yeah, very close.
Yo, I can't see the comments. Has anyone been saying anything?
Oh, see. Oh, let's see. God MC said, "Oh, it was Hinky."
Hanky, yeah, bro. He had heart, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He was out there. He was fighting his ass off. He was like, "Nah, we," because as a matter of fact, it was that one game against Dallas. That
He
one game
played
against Dallas.
against the
Dallas was
Bills
beating
too.
their ass. I'll say what?
He played when we beat them. When Buffalo beat them, like we decisively won the game. We didn't straight up whoop them, but like he kept fighting, man, and like he did he did enough to not impress me, but I was like, yo, this guy, I respect this guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He definitely was out there putting in work. Let's see. Wentz was a disaster. Oh yeah. The Jags Clown Town, God MC says.
Yeah, all that shit with what's his name? I thought we were done hearing about Irving. That was like a straight three-ring circus last year. But then you see there was that big report that just came out over the past couple of days.
Oh man, I was just talking to my neighbor about that.
I'm sorry, it's like, man, was Urban higher? Like, was this dude getting higher? Like, what the fuck was going on with Urban, man? Urban was just, I don't know, man. Like, this guy,
Yeah.
like, was he out here? He was coked out. Why you get all that for? I don't know, man. There was something off about him.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, what's crazy is I used to always think that there was something wrong with him, even going back when him being a college coach. Something always seemed off to me about him.
I remember him getting so much respect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he definitely got that.
Like,
Yeah, cause that's cause like a lot of people don't even know that he was Alex that he coached Alex Smith, because every time you hear about Urban Meyer, you hear about the Tim Tebow's and all these other guys, but you don't never hear about Alex Smith. And Alex was, I didn't really watch Utah in college back then, but when I had pulled up Alex's stats and looked at some of the highlights and stuff, I was like, okay, I see now why he was the number one pick, but I still would have went with Rodgers, you know. But yeah, he can coach his ass off. It's just that wasn't it. Stick with what you know.
hey, bro, I'm gonna be listening for a minute. I gotta do something, but I'm gonna be listening. I just gotta
Oh yeah,
slide
it's
out.
all good. Oh
Yeah,
no,
but I'll
no.
pop. Yeah, I'm gonna pop back in.
Oh okay, yeah. I'm probably only going to be on here for probably a little bit longer. I ain't gonna be on
All
here
right,
too much longer. So it's all good.
all right, man. Thanks for having me
All right.
on, bro.
Oh yeah,
But if you're still going, I'm definitely gonna pop back in.
oh yeah. This is just the first of many.
No doubt, bro.
All right, sure. I'm gonna tap in with you.
All right, my man.
Okay.
All right, coffee got a roll up line. He says.
But yeah, hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on real quick. Okay, y'all. Sure, I have to respond to this message real quick. But yeah, let's see. Let me go to some of these comments. Yeah, how many of y'all seen the interview he did with Vince McMahon? Don't drop the week.
Let's come together to help the children of St. Jude fight childhood cancer. Visit this website, call this number, or scan the QR code with your $19 monthly donation. Join with your debit or credit card right now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt and proudly wear to show our support. Today, you can help St. Jude save lives.
Oh yeah, yeah. That Vince interview was, let's just say, it was quite interesting. You know, but that's the type of stuff he does. He makes interviews fun. You know how sometimes you could watch an interview with somebody and then you find yourself kind of falling asleep on it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He makes some interviews, entertaining, I should say. He really he loves what he does, and that's what makes it great. That's what makes it authentic. Because he really loves what he does. Just like when he's out there every Friday night, commenting. He loves that. You know, he brings the energy, he brings the excitement, and he doesn't sugarcoat shit. He keeps it authentic. That's Brock Austin. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, all those. You know. And I can't wait to see I can't wait to see him uh back in the ring because if y'all remember, he had that nice little run in the old NXT at this point. You know, he does great promos. I mean, hell, if this was something he actually wanted to do full time, he could actually pull it off. I didn't realize how if he was going to be any good, but as it turns out, a lot of these people that are celebrities that come in and does this wrestling thing, they actually be pretty good. Some of them, you know. I mean, hell, I'm still tripping off of Bad Bunny. Last year at WrestleMania, you know, that's still the best celebrity to me, the best celebrity uh, wrestling match that there's ever been. Now, Pat, he's a close second, but I still got to give it to Bad Bunny. But who knows? It's Mania, so he'll probably pull something crazy out. But I definitely am looking forward to seeing him. Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, yeah. They just she just signed the contract not too long ago. Yeah, Dan Lambert, he's really been invested in this wrestling. You know, so and to see her, because I want to say I didn't want to say she's from out this way. If I'm not mistaken. As a matter of fact, All Elite Wrestling's women's division is really starting to get real, real good. You know, I'm not going to quite say that they're better than the WWE women's division, but I'll say this: they're not as far as being known, um, being known like worldwide, like when you can go anywhere and everybody's gonna know who Charlotte Flair is, or who Sasha Banks is, or who Becky Lynch is, or Bianca Belair. Everybody's gonna know, but everybody's not gonna know who she is, or who Britt Baker, or Thunder Rosa, or a lot of these other, Tay Conti. They're not gonna know a lot of these women's names, but they do put on the better matches. They do go they go further than a lot of the women, basically because, AEW is, for the more contemporary audience, and WWE is more garnered to the kids, like they've always been, even during the Attitude Era. Oh yeah, he does. He does out there in Florida. Straight world champions too. Yeah, because as a matter of fact, Dan Lambert. Now I don't know if he's actually done like any independent stuff, but I do know. I mean, I guess if you consider, I guess you could consider Impact Wrestling as an independent company. But he actually first popped up on Nair about maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I want to say. And he was doing his thing over there too. So, but this whole wrestling thing has been taken off. It's really getting back. I'm hoping WWE gets back. To the reason why people fell in love with them in the first place, why people watch WWE in the first place. Get back to the good storylines. To the great matches. you know, and stop. And I've noticed too that they've been treating the women kind of like how they was treating them before with these 3-minute matches. So, but we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Paige. Get in the ring and do her thing. Now with her name being Paige, that's most likely going to start some Twitter shit. Because the other Paige over in WWE, she's been trying to make her way back. And who knows, maybe if she can get up out of her contract, Tony Khan will give her a shot. So, I'm an all elite guy. I still watch WWE, but I can literally put a WWE show on and literally not get excited by it. I'll let the whole show go by and not watch it. Yep, money do talk. Hey, you know what? Tony Khan got more than Vince McMahon. That's why he's been able to buy up all these wrestlers and to turn around and buy a whole nother wrestling company. So I think Vince McMahon has finally uh met his match because in comparing to Ted Turner, I think Ted just had a lot more other stuff going on at the time to where Tony Khan could put his all into AEW. And I think Vince is definitely met his match. Yeah, Vince is old. He's way too old now. You know, I mean, a lot of his decisions he's made over the last couple of years has been, you got to scratch your head at that. And I get it. I know a lot of people because it's WWE, they still want to go, and then that you might be the rare ones to actually you know get that good push, or get a good character. But Vince has resorted back to a lot of his old ways, like, well, if it ain't broken, let's keep doing it. You know, I don't get into the whole PG TV 14 and all that. I don't get hung up on that because when WWE was PG pre Attitude, and speaking of not speaking of like when it was just horrible or bad in like 95 and like 94, 95 and shit like that. But I'm saying like in 90 and 96 and the first half or so of 97, all that was PG. Hell, the last quarter of 95. I mean, yeah, some of the matches was very questionable, but you still had good matches like Bret Hart against Diesel. You had Bret Hart against the British Bulldog, and you know, yeah, I did hear something about Vince almost buying them. I'm glad he didn't. You know, and you know what Vince's problem is? Vince tries to incorporate sports entertainment into every single sport. And it's like we know, I mean, in the like the gist of it, yeah, it is sports entertainment. It's a sport we're watching and it's for our entertainment. Yeah, true enough. But when we talking about sports, people, that's the entertainment of it. To watch the stuff that they do that's real, that's legitimate, that's entertainment. Vince has a whole nother way of thinking. I mean, it's made him successful all the way up to this point. I mean, hell, WWE done made more money in their history over the last year than they've ever made. You know, but that's not by sales. That's not no. All them wrestlers that they cut, they cut or they fired. No, they just recouped all that money back. That's all that was. And now Vince is swimming in more money. So, but hey, y'all, I'm about to get off this thing. I want to thank God MC for coming through. Lonnie, you already know what's up. It's always good to holler at you when you come through. Jay, Coffee Talk, Man, thank you again for sliding through, coming in and joining on the live. And for everyone else that might have tapped in but didn't want to stay in, it's all love. So hey, this is that gas pack, Lonnie. This is that gas pack. This is that California blow your chest back type thing. So once again, I want to thank everybody coming through. We're gonna do this again. I'm gonna be a lot more frequent. Next time, sure, I'm gonna open up the camera and what I'm saying, we gonna continue to grow this thing. I have a lot of ideas I want to incorporate into this thing. So man, let's get it, y'all. Until next time, y'all have a good night. Stay safe out there, and whatever you do, always keep it militant. Stay on your grind. Stay on your hustle. Peace.